Welcome back to West of Loathing. We're still in Mr. Gunn's suite. I was not going to say room anymore, because it's got a bunch of other rooms. We cleared out his judgmental trophy hunter ghost. Now we're in the billiards room, it seems. And I see a spittoon that we're going to have some fun with, I'm sure. The center table bears the scars of many uncoastered beverages. Looks comfy, too bad you're too busy to sit down. It's a rack of billiard cues. Grab one. Inspect them and take the best one, which isn't saying much. Wobbly billiards cue. The thing about people who buy billiards tables is that they are almost never the kind of people who will properly maintain their cues. This cue does not provide evidence to the contrary. Moxie -1. There's a spittoon here. A bright, shiny, beautiful spittoon. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Come to Papa. What are you doing? Nothing. What are you doing? Looking at someone who's kneeling next to a spittoon with the apparent intention of sticking his whole entire face in it. Dive in. You jam your head into the spittoon. I just got love the spittoon. I just got an achievement. Hold on. What did that say? Unrequited. Loved a spittoon that didn't love you back. You jam your hand into the spittoon up to the shoulder and find nothing. The brass bucket is shiny and clean, outside and in. Clean as the day it was born. The museum staff must have washed it. It looks brand new. Are you crying? No, I'm fine. You're crying. Okay, well, I'll just be over here whenever you're done lying on the ground in a fetal position and hugging the spittoon. Fine. Yeah, I mean, I'm not crying, but I am disappointed. This is both the biggest and dumbest This is both the biggest and dumbest poster you've ever seen. There's a trapdoor in the ceiling over here. Too bad you aren't, like, 11 feet tall. That's very suspicious. Also, why I can't even walk. Okay, I was like, I can't even walk into that corner for some reason. Well, let me guess. Are we playing billiards? Hey there, how's it going? I ain't interested in chit-chat, fella, just billiards. Step up or shut up. I'm hoping 55s is enough to beat him. You pull out your cue and the ghost nods and racks the balls. He utterly trounces you. You just can't seem to make the balls go where you intended. That was as sad a showing as I've ever seen. Let me see that cue. Yeah, that's your problem. This thing's about as straight as a banker's handshake. What? You're gonna need to lathe this back to true if you want a chance against me. Lathe? I didn't see a lathe in the workshop downstairs, but... Oh, I just noticed this is called Mr. Gunn's manliness room. Wow. Okay. I don't think there was anything in the workshop downstairs, but maybe there was. I guess I'll have to... Either there or somewhere else. Alright. Curious gaze. I can't tell you about this. A discussion of this object has been tabled. Formidable tusks. It looks so calm, so tame. You always hated these things. Damn, this is a nice painting. The sunflower is enchanted to not need natural light, so now it's an unflower. He's all ears. Alright, let's talk to our companions. What's up, Doc? She raises an eyebrow at you and glances at one of her weird instruments. Current location. Looks like they have a music room. What kind of music do you like, Florence? Electro House. What? You won't have heard of it yet. How bohemian of you. Yeah, not for like another 120 20 years, probably 30. Guess this is where everyone's bedrooms are. Man, this place just keeps going. I reckon they spent more on picture frames and crown molding than I paid for my entire house. No kidding. This door is locked and no earthly force can open it. Well, maybe a whole team of horses, but good luck getting them up the elevator. Knock knock. Yes, who is it? Mrs. Gunn, I'm Herb Wales. Are you with the ghost extermination people? Yes, ma'am. Florence Cunningham, Cunningham Ghost Annihilation Services. Herb is my assistant. I'm your what? Who is the county licensed ghost hunter here? Me or you? Okay, fine. I guess. If you've been able to exterminate all of the ghosts, I still feel haunted. 12 of them left, according to the scanner. We're working on it, ma'am. Don't worry, you can count on us. Alright, please let me know when you've finished. Will do, ma'am. I'm not sure I'm happy about that person with the hurdy-gurdy. I'm afraid of them. And I think that's a... Is that a... baritone oboe? Oh, no, that's a... Well, I don't know. It's just very exaggerated. It might just be a normal oboe. That is an oboe, right? I think that's correct. Could be like a... does a baritone clarinet have the external reed like that? I don't know. It's your partner. This is a pretty nice room. What sort of music do you like, Doc? Everything except country and waltzes. I don't think there's anything left. What's a skinny, compadre? That ghost is going to be playing taps when we're finished with him. Surely he won't be playing anything at all when we're finished with him? Oh. Right. Well, maybe he should start playing taps now. If he hurries, we'll all finish at the same time. Maybe I'll ask him and see what he thinks. Alright. Sheet music. Blank sheet music. This is either blank sheet music or some kind of weird notebook paper with every 6th line missing. Most of all the books are dry rotted and moth-eaten and fall apart at the touch. You do find a copy of Dueling Banjos in reasonable shape, though. This is a book of sheet music for the classic song Dueling Banjos. There's a library call number written on the spine. Interesting. I guess we'll have to take that back to the library. Bassoon, that's what it is. Okay. This is a bassoon, and you know what they say? It makes an ass out of N and what? Boo. Oh, come on. I just realized it's Cotton Eye Joe. That doesn't really sound like a hurdy-gurdy, though. I mean, it very much sounds like a violin with a weird filter. This woman doesn't seem to be interested in anything other than cranking that hurdy-gurdy. Disconnect the crank. You definitely disconnect the crank from the hurdy-gurdy without alerting the woman's attention, but it turns out you didn't have bothered. She continues to turn the crank, blank-eyed, even with nothing attached. You grab the end of the crank and pull her very slowly to the gift shop, where you find a Victrola to plug her into. Gain 75 XP. Problem solved? Well, now we're down here all of a sudden. I wasn't expecting that. She seems just as happy here as she was before. Must be nice to have a calling. There wasn't much point in talking to this guy the last time, and there's definitely no point in doing it again. Am I gonna need smash tokens for... Didn't I get one before? I bought the tokens, right? Maybe I didn't. Shouldn't they be in... Oh. Everything selected. Gunman or rifle token. Right, okay. In a staggering display of business acumen, you convince the machine to give you a discount. Hold on. Did I not? Oops. Weren't there 3 tokens? Shotgun? Alright, so it's one of Mrs. Gunn's loudest inventions, you know? She takes your token and puts it in the machine and happily turns the crank. Makes a loud grinding noise and your token drops out of the slot, somewhat longer and thinner. So it looks like the rest I can just duplicate. Okay. I think we already read that before. Oh, hi. Thanks again for freeing me from that book. You still kind of have marks where the engraving pressed into your face. I'm hoping they fade with time, but if not, I can always quiz myself while shaving. So what do you do here? I provide information. Want some? Sure. Great, that's what I'm here for. What would you like to know? What can you tell me about... Okay, maybe I'll ask about that in a bit. Oh, it's you, my hero and savior. The guy from the bar cart is leaning heavily against a display of shot glasses with different names etched into them. The sign on the display reads, "Personalized shot glasses, 1300 meat." The guy picks up a bottle stashed behind the display and fills a shot glass labeled Wyatt. Is that your name? Wyatt? The guy squints at the shot glass. Sure. He knocks back the shot and tosses the glass over his shoulder before picking up and filling another one. Now it's... Herb. Is that my name specifically? There's no way that's random chance, right? Like, they didn't just pull from a list. Well, I'll buy a shot glass, why not? Give the guy 1300 meat and fish around the display until you find one with your name on it. Got an item, personalized Gun Manor shot glass. This is a personalized souvenir shot glass from Gun Manor. You're excited to use it now that you're finally old enough to drink. Gain XP when you drink booze. That's a lot of money for a very, very minor thing. Unless it gives me a lot of XP, but at this point in the game, I don't need it. Well, now we're back down here. Guess we'll go back inside and go back up. Okay. Anything? Anything new? Third floor. Wait, nope, that's not where I wanted to go. I wanted to go to the music room. Okay, now I've dealt with the person here. Without that lady here to crank it, the hurdy-gurdy is neither hurting nor girding. This is the ghost of an orchestra conductor, unless he's a ghost of someone pretending to be an orchestra conductor. Either he's very agitated about something, or he's conducting Flight of the Bumblebee. Try talking to him. Sorry to interrupt, but I can't actually hear the music. What are you conducting? It is the finale of the year 1812 Solemn Overture by Tchaikovsky. Ah, the 1812 Overture. Sure, that would have been my second guess. Is Your orchestra like double ghosts or something? What? Oh, I see. No, there's no orchestra. I merely have this piece of music irrevocably lodged in my head. It has been nagging at me incessantly ever since my death. This is just a guess, but did you die during a performance of the 1812 Overture? Is this going to be a canon joke? Because they notoriously fire a cannon during the 1812 Overture. Yes, that is correct. Very astute of you. And the finale of that piece features real, actual cannons, right? Is that how you died? If it was up to my fate to be slain by a piece of music, cannons would have been far preferable to my utterly farcical demise. Okay. So they are making that joke, but it's not the joke. What happened? The overture requires several cannons, because it is impossible to load a single cannon quickly enough to fire as the score demands. However, the stage we were performing on could not have borne the weight. What did you do? I was not informed of the difficulty until it was far too late to make any changes. It transpired that the stage manager decided it would be sufficient to give a box of bullets to the tuba player. You were shot by a tuba? I was shot, as you say, by a tuba. Wow. No wonder you ended up as a ghost. Oh, it isn't the ridiculousness of my death that troubles me, really. Accidents happen, as with any of the performing arts. A colleague of mine was decapitated by an errant cymbal during the performance of Paganini's Violin Concerto No. 1. Such are the risks we take for our art. Gosh. The problem is that the 1812 Overture's finale is a very dramatic and energetic piece. With this music constantly replaying itself in my head, I have been utterly unable to find any peace. I'll see if I can think of a way to help. Well, alright then. Yeah, that would be a little bit nightmarish. Anyway, I think we'll check out the kids' rooms next.